Black Lotus, The Spiritual Journey of an Urban Mystic, Stephen J. Rosen. Foreword. His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami, written 1 month before he departed this world. In my humble opinion, Stephen J. Rosen, Satyaraj Das, is in many ways one of today's leading Vaishnava scholars in the Western world. His forte, as I see it, is in utilizing the rich Vaishnava culture of ancient India to address contemporary issues and modern-day concerns. By masterfully drawing on Vaishnava predecessors and their philosophical conclusions, he is able to access truths and perspectives that bring contemporary scholars and practitioners together to analytically examine and appreciate the tradition for the benefit of all. In his own personal life, he shows this harmony between scholarship and practice by himself, being a most humble practitioner since 1973, and by writing thorough, well-researched texts. He was initiated into the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder and spiritual master of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, in 1975. Since then, Satyaraj has written over 20 books, served as the founder and senior editor of the Journal of Vaishnava Studies, an academic quarterly esteemed by scholars around the world. He is an associate editor for Back to Godhead, the magazine of the Hare Krishna movement, and he was recently asked to write a textbook on Hinduism as part of the Introduction to the World's Major Religions series, Greenwood Press, which will be in universities and research libraries throughout the United States and much of Europe. As if all this publishing isn't enough, he still finds time to mentor fledgling and senior devotees and to advise academics on courses at major universities, where his books are often used as required reading. Still, with all this, I see Satyaraj as a work in progress, not only in the sense that he is always fine-tuning and honing his talents, which is evident with each of his newly published books and magazine articles, but especially in that much of the world as yet unaware of his great contributions, nor do they understand the depth of what he has offered to the global community already. So when we initially discussed writing my biography, not only was I extremely humbled and honored, but I could not imagine a more qualified person in ISKCON to render the task. This is especially true because my life has been somewhat mysterious and complex, taking part in both the rich Vaishnava tradition and in a desire to communicate that tradition in a contemporary setting. I know that Satyaraj understands this and will express it in a clear and accessible way. As I write this foreword, which is mostly probably only a few days before I leave this body, I think of two specific goals that I want this work to accomplish. First of all, Satyaraj's writing of my life story should draw greater attention to the works of my spiritual mentor, Srila Prabhupada, who is also Satyaraj's spiritual mentor. And secondly, I pray that it will draw attention to the many contributions that Satyaraj has made through his own writings. Some may question the very idea of a spiritual biography. Traditionally, every religious tradition wants to explain its existence through the lives of those who have benefited through its practice. Usually, religious biographies are written about saints and others who deeply embody the religion. Sometimes, however, biographical works are written about humble practitioners, people who, through their own struggles, show how anyone can traverse the path of the sages. For my disciples, this book may serve the former purpose. For friends, well-wishers, and God-brothers, it may assist in the latter. In either case, I'm hoping that it in some way aids the reader's understanding of Krishna consciousness, the profound Vaishnava tradition that is at the heart of the spiritual pursuit. Vaishnavism is not about my religion versus your religion. It's about the science of the soul. This is what should come through in these pages. By writing this book, Satyaraj will help me to live on and on for for many generations as a servant of humanity. I want nothing more than this opportunity. I am so honored to have had Satyaraj as a close friend. He has repeatedly touched me in a very deep way. This has gone on for years. He has offered much to me personally as well as to the international community through assisting me in my work. He has even taken time out of his extremely busy schedule to write the foreword to one of my earlier books, and he has assisted my editors in numerous ways. I am eternally indebted to him, especially now, since he is helping me to die on the battlefield, wherein I am able to continue to serve my spiritual master not only up till not only up until my last breath, but even after that. I love you, Satyaraj, and your wonderful wife and child who support you so nicely in your life and work. I look forward to meeting up with you in the spiritual world to continue the beautiful relationship that we have nurtured in this one.